We are all set to go. And here comes my friend. There we go. Kev, is there anyone on the rubbish point?
3 boats.
3 boats on the rubbish?
By the rubbish point, yeah.
Is there a space there, do you reckon?
Yeah, you get more, yeah.
Just kind of squeeze in a bit, as usual. Have a nice trip, mate. You take care.
Well, keep in touch.
Yeah, you make sure you do, mate. Take it easy.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. So, I'm setting off. Really kind of way too late. Considering it's a winter's day, I should have been gone ages ago, but I've just been sort of lingering a bit, chatting to Kev and so on, as you do. Right, I think I'm ready to go. Right, so I'll untie the front. Kevin said there's 3 boats moored around the rubbish point, but I should be able to squeeze in, so I'm going to have to watch out for that. But I've got to get rid. I've now got about 6 bags. It's been like 4 weeks or something since the last visit. So I was a little bit lackadaisical setting off too late, but it was nice just to have a farewell coffee with Kev and a little chinwag for old time's sake before we split up. And I've still got, 4 hours of light or something, 4.5 hours. So yeah, the 3 stops are close together. First stop is rubbish, get rid of rubbish, which is about 2/3 of a mile down ahead. Second stop is water, which is another 1/4 of a mile, I think, something like that. And the third stop is going to be for coal at, I think, Rugby Boats or Stowe Wharf or something. There's a place there that sells coal. Now I've got to get coal. It's kind of not optional. I've probably got enough to see me through tonight, but that will be it. So 3 stops and then I'll moor up about a mile or 2 further on. So it's quite a busy little afternoon. Right, I went over something sort of crunchily went underneath. We had really high winds. Storm Airwind was a few days ago, I think, and there was another one after that. So we had lots of debris in the canal yesterday and lots of rain, so it filled up. So the level will be good. It's always good in winter, isn't it? Level will be good, but could be a bit of floating, although it seems clear, to be fair. So yeah, just leaving Weedon Bec. Lovely little town. Well, there's not much to it, to be fair, but it's a nice little town. It seems to have a nice vibe about it. And we visited the old military ordnance depot, which is a bit further down. There was an offshoot of the canal that went to it. Then it was superseded by railways, because it was going for a couple of 100 years, I think, in action, right through after the Second World War. Anyway, not a history lesson, is it? I've ordered some, what are they called? Speed fittings. I'm going to make a change to the hot water system. He said blithely that could go very badly wrong, but I'm going to try it. So I've got a couple of fittings I've got to pick up from Nether Hayford. So even if I wasn't going to run out of light, which I will today eventually, I need to stop anyway near Nether Hayford. But yeah, little boating community knocking about here. And there's a wharf. There's a wharf on the right. Don't sell coal, sadly. Would have been great to get that sorted out. I stayed, a bit of a long story this, so I won't tell the full thing yet, but I stayed longer here than I was going to. So I've run out of water, almost run out of coal, and yeah, Elsan, situation is reaching critical point, shall we say. I'll say no more than that. But yeah, this is Grand Union Narrowboats Holidays hire place, and these are semi-residential moorings, perhaps. Not too sure. But it's where the old arm of the canal used to go off towards the Army Ordnance Depot. So what I've got to do, I've got to find out precisely where this refuse point is. Precisely. I'm going to up the revs, because the guy behind, if he gets too close and I'm doing a slow manoeuvre to pull in, he may try and squeeze past me and I'll get pulled all over the place. We are very close, yeah, 0.3 miles. I found one when I was coming north up here somewhere, I don't know where it was, 4 years ago. I remember one. It was almost invisible. There wasn't even a sign. There was a narrow gap in the foliage and steps down, and the bins were 150 yards away, but there was nothing else, and there were boats moored all around it. There was one gap, one boat, so they did leave a gap. Point being though, you couldn't see it until you were on top of it. I think I went past one. One of them was so inconspicuous, I literally went past the rubbish point. So I don't want to do that. And we're up on a embankment behind those boats. I've just noticed, I didn't realise it sinks down about 50 feet, and there's a similar drop on the left. There's the railway, of course, across a valley. They're on an embankment as well. Now it's saying 500 feet, 150 yards. Yeah, I've got it. This is it. There's a small gap on the left in between some moored boats. That's where it is. So somewhere here on the left. I wonder, is this the one that I couldn't find on the way north? It was kind of hidden away. I bet you this is the same one. And we are reportedly 100 yards from it. Could this be it, or is it further on? Do you know, I think it's further on, guys. I've made a balls up. It's another 200 feet. Right. Right. The bins are after these two boats. The boat behind me will be coming imminently. I've got to get out. I mean, I could walk to the bins from here, but I've got a lot of bags. I've come in too early. Now normally, this kind of a walk, I'd just pull up and I'd just do the walk and sod it. But there might be rings, so the mooring will be quicker, you see. Right, I can see the steps now. Got to get in and get this boat stopped. So it's a bit grotty, but to be fair, I've seen worse. The gap in the fence is just there, so the bins are going to be down through the bushes, down some steps. This is the place. Isn't that weird? It brought to mind the memory of it from 4 years ago. Looks like no rings, so I'll be on. Just use my clever hook, I think. I'll use my centre hook. I think that'll do. The problem with this mud, once you've walked in it, you can't really walk back through the boat. You've got to kick your wellies off it. This is one of those places. Right, let's stop the boat. I was hoping there'd be rings or something, but I'm not seeing anything. Not even going to try while there's a boat approaching. Hi guys. Oh, hello again. Yeah. I might see you further down, guys. So we've got a slight issue. I can't see anywhere where I can moor here. So it actually would have been better. There was Armco back there. I should have pulled up on the Armco. So that was unfortunate. What's the point in having a rubbish point here if you can't moor? I'm going to have to crack on. I'm going to have to go further on. Oh, this is so annoying. Why would they put that? There's not even anywhere. There's a rope hanging on there. I could use that for the back. Tie onto that. So I can get the back tied on. I can't leave the front loose, I just can't do it. Oh, this is annoying. How can I moor the front of the boat? Got to find somewhere, maybe the centre. Right, okay. I'm going to have to go backwards. I'm going to have to go backwards. There's literally, unless I put a mooring pin in, there's nowhere I can tie the boat up here. I just can't do it. I'm going to have to... Right, there's a boat coming. Doesn't look like he's looking to pull in, so I'll hang on because he's going to go past. And he's going to pull me towards that boat behind. So as it happens, I should have stopped. I thought I was being smart, coming forwards here to be closer to the bins, and definitely not the case. So I'm gonna have to reverse, which, as we know, is always fraught with issues. But yeah, no option. So this adds a half-hour faff onto it. Yeah, do you know what? Is that? Can you moor here? Sorry? Can you moor here? Can you stop your boat here? I can't see any. It's the rubbish point, you see. There's a what? There's no... Anyway, listen, you watch out, sorry. Sorry about that. You take care. Oh no, I feel so sorry. Oh, you idiot, of course someone else, he went straight... Because he was talking to me, he went straight into the bloody branch. Oh, that shenanigans was entirely my fault. Oh, I'm sorry. He's a lovely bloke as well. Anyway, look, there's no... This guy, I think, is moored on the thing itself. But look, whatever it is, I can't stop here. So just hope I don't get too much traffic. Push the boat off and reverse. Absolutely annoying as hell. Right. Get the coat off. It's warm work today. And made more interesting by those bushes. So I've got a narrow channel to get back through. Well folks, this is going to be an interesting one. Now so far the boat's going straight, which is very unusual. So let's hope that carries on. Now we're veering across towards the boats. So I've got to stop there. So this is the original gap I jumped into and quickly out of, but this will do. Nappy pins front and rear. And I'll stop here. Thankfully the boat's behaving itself. For whatever reason, it's going straight. Dig out the nappy pins quickly if I can. So I just wasted half an hour on an absolutely fruitless exercise, tramping up and down in the mud, looking for mooring hooks or rings. Normally it's bollards, none of which were there. Very annoying. Anyway, thankfully we're still close to the rubbish. Right, let's get the boat in. It's funny though, the one place I remember having major trouble, a memory of not being able to find the rubbish point, was here. And I had similar problems this time. 4 years, bigger problems, 4 years later. Problem is with this, the railway sleeper's too broad to take a nappy pin. All the way round, so this is not going to be a secure mooring point. And if a boat goes past while I'm down at the bins, I feel like the boat could get sucked out. Oh, there's a boat. Shit. I'm going to have to hang on again. It's not like winter at all. I'm going to have to hang on. He's going politely slow, he's not going fast, so he's not causing a problem. But he didn't even look around. It's unusual for boaters. Let's see. Can I get the hook around this railway sleeper securely enough? I don't feel like it's secure at all. What it's telling me is I'm going to have to be pretty nippy. If this hook just doesn't feel secure. Just doesn't. It's not hooked around properly. What could I do here? Could I put another hook in at the back? In case one goes, I've got a kind of a backup. I'll do that. Right. That hook just looks, this whole arrangement looks absolutely shit. But unless I reverse again, this is what it's going to have to be. Look, it's kind of hanging on. When the boat moves out, that could just slip out dead easy. So what I'm going to do here, this one's still hanging on, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make quick dashes down to the bins. I'm going to make it's going to have to be a rush. Time to undo and get going. The way I'm going to do this is quickly, basically. And before I run down, I'm going to make sure there's no boats coming. So, the problem I've got is my boat could literally just drift off if either of these pins come loose. So I cannot hang about. Just looking ahead, still no boats. I can see the bins down there, and the arms are already, fingers are already aching with the weight. Loads of practice. There we go. Thankfully it's close. That's what the route looks like. Not worth using the trolley for 100 yards. Right. Here we go. Let's get back up sharpish. Good little workout anyway. Even if a rather unwilling one. I tell you what, let's make sure. Let's make sure. Yeah, no boats. Both pins still hanging on. I'm kneeling on the boat and I'm pushing it out. So, okay, let's run number 2 done. Third trash run. Let's go. My left hand's not strong enough. Oh God, my fingers aching. Oh. Now I've got to get water. Thankfully, that should be a damn sight easier. Oh. Oh. First stop done. Oh. After the usual bloody shenanigans. Oh my God, my wellies are so full of mud. Got to get some of this off. There we go. There we go. So water, right. I only found that bin because like precisely marked on the map. Like a little sat-naver. Anyway, the main thing is water. I'm absolutely out. The main concern for today is to get the water. I'm sure I've got enough coal until tomorrow. And there's always the diesel central heating. Like, it's going to get cold, but it's not going to go below 0, I think. I think the forecast is you know, 2s, 3s, it's not below 0. So that's good. Anyway, stop 1 is done. Relief. Here's that nuisance of a tree branch. That poor guy. I was shouting at him, do you know where I can moor here? Is there anywhere to moor? Because I can't even see any gaps. And while he was busy telling me, trying to answer me, he hit that bloody tree, didn't he, with the overhanging branch. And it's a relief to get rid of the rubbish, because there are some places where rats are rife, and no doubt we'll go through another couple of them. I got away with it at Wilton, and I've got away with it at Weedon Bec for like 10 days or so, I don't know. But sooner or later the rats will appear, there's no doubt about it. So that's an old cottage. There's still a name, Weedon Wharf, written on it. And that is obviously a proper stone wharf, so it was a business wharf at one point. Little radio control boat, gotta show you this. Hello again. Hello. They're great, aren't they?
I'll tell you in about 10 minutes.
It looks loads of fun.
Yeah. It should be.
Yeah.
It works.
Fantastic. A little tiny black boat. Looks like some kind of catamaran thing, a model boat. But yeah, he's having a little play. The guy having a little play with his radio control boat on the canal. They're not just for children. You know, they're absolutely not children's toys. But yeah, loads of adults play with model boats. I don't think it's a juvenile pastime, or that, you know, that it should be regarded as one, or with sarcasm, you know. Who doesn't want to play with a radio control boat? I'd play with it for half the day if I had a chance. Yeah, well, an hour. Let's not go too mad. But yeah, definitely not kids' things. Well, even if they are, it's okay to play with them, is what I'm saying.